Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another episode of The Witcher 3. Now, I've been doing some shopping. You will also notice that I fast traveled towards the armory here. I was
How
able
may
to
I assist you?
craft and buy some stuff. Uh,
Need some armor.
let's see. I was right after I had done all my crafting and buying. I bought some more diagrams so I could craft and buy some more stuff. So I'm not 100% sure. No, I can't make anything. Except for I can make a haft and try and sell that. Let's go ahead and make one and see what it sells for. Uh, I was able to craft these Assassin's Gauntlets, which is great. How I got to it is I broke down everything I had. I've been bad about dismantling things, that the junk, into core items. So it really doesn't take a lot to make these. I could make a whole nother set with just some thread. Let's see if I can make some thread. Uh, no, I'm a little short on thread, but I could make a whole nother set. The only problem with the gauntlets is I can't wear them. I'm way too low level. I also have the same situation. If I just got 4 more linens and could make some dark steel plates, 2 dark steel plates, I could make this level 16 uh, journeyman armor and sell it for a good price. And I think that is going to be an avenue uh, how to make it. Now, dark steel plate requires the dark steel ingot, and to make a dark steel ingot, I need some dark iron ore and a steel ingot. And I don't have enough dark iron ore. Uh, I have this here. I have several things I could repair, but I'm not going to bother to. I also have remove upgrades. Removing the upgrades is only going to have these items uh, taken away. So this is all the stuff I dismantled. The only thing left I haven't dismantled are these gold rings, which are worth 80 for gold nuggets, but everything else that was something that looked like it might be sellable in the future, I instead chose to dismantle it to the core components, and it really did clean up what I had. So I have been able to upgrade my armor with another piece that I could create. So I went from a 42 to a 54 on the armor. So I can sell this for 46 crowns. Here are the hunting gauntlets that uh, I the assassin's gauntlets. I cannot wear them. I will not be able to wear them until I am level 12, which is twice of what I'm at. So I will sell that for 107. Here are some hunting gauntlets that are just slightly worse. I also was able to make exploding bolts, but they require level 19 to use the exploding bolts in your thing. So there's no point in holding on to this. I might as well sell them. I guess I can't sell them. I crafted them, but now I've got no point. The broadhead bolt requires level 9. Everything else, uh, the other third bolt style, uh, if we can get to it, does work. I could certainly spend some more coin crafting specific things, making steel plates with the iron stuff, but I don't want to do that until I'm ready. Let's see. Where's the bolts? I can't show you on this screen, that's why I'm having a problem.
So long.
So it's still weird dealing with this whole system. What you can sell to some people, what you can't sell. to other people. So I have the precision bolts. It has a number 20 here, which makes me suspect that I'm only going to get 20 uh, 20 shots, and then I'll be back to regular bolts and would have to craft some more. It looks like that's something that is not going to get refilled uh, at meditation time. I ran by a activity board and looked at that. I cannot find how to manipulate these mutagens. If that, maybe I need to go to an alchemy shop for that one. And then we have these. I turned a lot of these vials into gold. I mean glass. So glass says it's worth 24, whereas vials say they're only worth 6. So I think you're better off selling it. And then I have rotting flesh as the only other thing, uh, which it turns into ash. So these are the items, except for these two, that could be turned into something else, but I don't. Let's see. Here's the haft, and then I guess I could make the haft for 3 and then try to sell it. I don't know. I won't mess with it. That must be used in some construction or something. So let's go ahead. There was one thing that one diagram I could not afford to purchase, so I need to come back and get it later. But let's start with Gwent. By the way, I played offline a game of Gwent against
Wouldn't mind a few
the
rounds of Gwent.
shopkeeper that we played before, and in that game at the end I did not get another card, but I did get like 3 string. So I won about 20 things. Let's see. Close combat, siege combat, get rid of that. And then let's see if we can get rid of that one. So I won 20 crowns the second time I played him, and I got some strings. So you could use that as an ability to just continue earning things. It would be really slow, and you'd be playing a lot of Gwent. Man, I would really love if Gwent was a mobile app and it had like a cross benefit, so that I could play it when I wasn't actually in front of my super powerful computer. Alright. Just zoom in here. Close combat. Guys. I could play this and get rid of his close combat guys. Send him down. I think I want to. I played a little bit differently that second time. Let's see. Torrential rain. So he's down to 4 cards. Watch, I'm gonna use my leader ability here. Severely hurt him. He is passed. I can pass. and win this round. This isn't an actually difficult game now that I've figured it out for the most part. It's just if somebody has a collection of really good cards, then you're gonna have trouble. And it seems like the human characters only play their region of cards. So when we move north, we'll probably have more Nilfgaardian decks. Last card is Clear Weather, so I can just go ahead and play the rest of my cards. And win. That's a good way to start an episode. You know what else is a good way to start the episode? For me to check the clock. There we go. So I got 20 crowns and Grave Hack. If we look at the Gwent deck, I still don't think there's... we've been mostly playing against Northern Realms people. Scoia'tael deck, I don't have like all cards. I have close to none. So I could put Decoy in there and all the weather things and all of that. And I'm not anywhere close to having enough of a deck to play it. I have number of unit cards is 1, so I need 21 more. Monster card, same thing. Well, actually, we have 3 monster cards. We just got the Grave Hag. For the Nilfgaardian people, we have 1. Let's see. No, I guess for the Nilfgaardians, we can get up to 4. And then we have a couple of these guys that I've taken out and don't see a need to have them. So I have a 22 deck here, I have 1 of the necessary here, 3 of the necessary here, and 4 of the necessary there. So we've made no progress, really. We are on the quest, let's see, I think we're gonna go with Family Matters and not continue the main story. We have secondary quests here. The invitation is the only really thing. I could try to find Valen players of Gwent. We also have the Wolfland Beast quest. And treasure hunts are off the question. So we want to quick travel here to Black's Spa. Maybe we'll check out what this shopkeeper has to sell just for a quick moment, since I am now staying about at around 300 crowns, and I suspect as I progress through this game I will get up to 1,000 to 3,000 crowns on average. But things will get more expensive too. I saved a lot of money by playing those races. I'm still very happy about doing the races. The horse races. That saved me probably 600 to 800 crowns just doing that. We'll go talk to this guy and see what he's got to sell. I don't know if I've even talked to this guy.
Craft special order weapons too?
Do politicians murder high-class prostitutes? Course.
Let's see. I don't think we've ever talked to this guy, so we have another guy to play Gwent with at some point in the future. But I just want to see what he's got in
Take a
stock.
look. Maybe pick something.
The things I want are maps and diagrams. Nothing else he probably makes beats the swords I have by any. It's usually nowhere close. And I don't know why you'd ever buy torches unless there's some way to actually. So I need to read this. See what.
Got this diagram. Think you can forge the weapon?
See if we can forge the weapon of the diagram we just bought. I'm not seeing it, but doesn't matter.
So long.
With better and better diagrams, which is kind of a risk, we will eventually be able to craft very expensive things. Cat school upgrade diagrams too. That is nice. We have an upgrade for our bomb too. The grape shot bomb. Let's see. Where's the guide for? Supposed to be a shopkeeper here, and there isn't. I don't know if that's because they only come at specific times during the day. That's always lovely too, is when you jump over and then roll. So that shopkeeper.
Since the locals cowards, perhaps an outlander will find the courage. What's the rush? Trouble everywhere.
Oh, can I get into this fight?
Will you join the tournament? Eh? A bit of honest fist fighting to clear the lungs and bowels. Though I warn you, Jonah can be fierce. Likes to bite. Get me? So, what'll it be?
Definitely.
What are the rules?
We mostly use fists, but no one looks askance at a stray kick to the stones. Defeat Jonah, then Smithy, and stand fish gulper, and you'll earn the right to face the sergeants. Velen's champion.
Let's do this. If this is anything like the races,
Let's
we'll
see just
get
how
something
fierce
good.
Jonah is.
Feast your eyes on an epic clash between Jonah and the Drifter.
All I have to do is not pull swords. Oh look, lost my shirt. Oh, that was powerful. I'm gonna have to do some diving and dodging.
Drifters defeated Jonah. Could this be a new champion of Velen in the making? Who can tell? You've still Smithy from the inn at the crossroads to defeat, then Fishculper from Lindenville. I'll leave you to guess what he does. What do you seek here, vagrant?
So we've got some other locations we need to go to
Your eyes.
so that we can
Kitty cats.
continue that.
Wanna
Farmer's
chat?
wife,
Follow me. My head's a twirling with hunger.
shopkeeper.
Can't be in two
Peasant.
places at once, can I?
Well, that's interesting that the shop is missing. Is this another shopkeeper?
This
We'll
be
mark
the
that
witch,
one and
freak of nature.
go this way.
More interesting things from my nose.
Merchant.
Buying or just perusing?
Another
Show
Gwent
me what you
player.
got on offer.
This one's got nothing to sell except for a map. Nothing else.
So long.
That's a really small inventory. And after we read these maps, they are
If it weren't for our fair elders ruling the wilds, we'd have starved long past.
so on that quest. It's the same quest. Cat School Diagrams, Part 1. The one that's 23. Cat School Gear. Find the diagrams to all the elements of the Cat School Witcher gear. Cat School Upgrade Diagrams Part 3, Part 1. Interesting. So I have Part 1, 2, and 3. And seems like there's gonna be 7 wandering around. And I might get the upgrade before I get the original. Let's continue with our storyline though, since there's nothing else we can do.
What are you looking at?
Now I am noticing when I start to run towards new areas, the fan, I suspect on my GPU, really cranks up. Which makes sense, but it's sad. I thought about doing a liquid cool PC, but I didn't ever want to run into a situation of it leaking and making a huge mess. And I guess I still don't. Let's talk to the Pell.
What do you want?
Want to talk to the Peller?
Too late. We've got dibs on a chat with him. A long one.
I'll pay you to go now. Let's just use our sign.
Think you need to leave now?
Do we?
You do.
Well, let's go then.
Wow, he got every single person in there. I would think...
Gotta wonder about a man who could get Edric's friends all worked up.
I would think that it would eventually come out that witches could do this magic, and as soon as they raised their hands, people would start attacking them or chopping their hands off. But maybe they're really good at the magic and nobody's ever figured out that it works.
Hey, anybody home? Open up, it's safe now.
Devils, who do they bring? What seek ye?
I need your help.
Oh, a man, nay, a wolf, grey, though not old. 'Tis he the Peller awaits.
You were expecting me.
Aye, as the bones declared I should. They shall come whose stench is rape and death, but the wolf shall disperse them, the white wolf. And thus he comes, Omens never lie.
Interesting.
Recognize this? Made of spruce wood, strong smell of juniper, designed to protect someone.
Freshly cut spruce sprinkled with goat's blood, then tempered with an incense of earth, smoke and juniper. For Anna, to protect her.
You make the amulet?
Aye, sure 'twas the Peller. After the way of his forefathers, over still water in the light of a full moon. Proper as amulets go. It protected well. Should never have taken it off.
So, designed to protect her. From what?
Oh, the dear. Besieged she was, evil all around, wanting to possess her. Old magic, born of oblivion, from dark sources emerged.
Old magic? Can you be more specific?
'Tis not for mouth speech, nor for the touch. A small protective charm, not a thing more a Peller could do.
Anna and her daughter are missing. Know where they are?
Nay, nay. Peller don't know. But the spirits could know. The Peller will augur, the spirits ask.
Spirits. Great. Fine with me. Long as I know where to look, where to find them.
Lost, must be found. Princess! None better than Princess for finding things.
Princess? Which princess?
Princess, my goat! She's fled.
Those men must have scared her off. Can we get back to the auguring?
Without the goat, impossible. No goat, won't work.
Will you help me if I bring the goat back?
Princess, where have you got to, girl?
Fine. I'll get your goat.
The bell, the little bell's ringing. She loves it. Ring, ring, and she will follow. But for a while. But beware of wild strawberries. Raspberries, too.
Yeah, treacherous as beasts go. I always keep an eye out for them.
You have a new quest item. Prepare it by placing it in the appropriate inventory panel. Then use it, press... Alright, let's see. We've got the bell. And we're going
This
to
way, I think.
track the goat. And when we see the goat, we're gonna ring the bell to get it to follow us. Back. Another one of these missions. They're not terrible. I assume we're probably wearing the raspberries and strawberries because the goat likes to eat them and won't pay attention. Man, this goat. I'm hearing wolves all around. Hey, the goat. Let's see if we can... Oh, I just stood there. The wolf's liver. Alright. I hear it. I gotta figure out how to stop them from getting a drop on me. see. I think it's this way.
Another clue. There you are. Come on,
Princess is
let's
in
go see the
distress.
Peller.
Where is it? There you go.
This way, Your Grace. Should have guessed as much. What's a witcher compared to a patch of wild strawberries? Do I really have to keep ringing this bell for you to follow? Come on, damn it.
So I just have to watch whether he gets.
Where the hell'd you go? Bear! Bear! Run, you stupid piece of shit!
It's like, uh-oh.
Damn, you're ugly.
Was not expecting a bear. Out of nowhere. This would be the first bear you've run into in the game. If you didn't get the bear in White Orchid, which was kinda.
Do I really have to keep ringing this bell for you to follow?
Let's see. Come on, goat.
You're no roach, but I bet we can be friends in time. You've got that all-important quality every roach has to have. You don't talk much.
Does he name all his animals Roach? And does that mean his horse sometimes does talk?
Princess, flee not from the Peller, for there are wolves about.
I thought there'd be more battles.
Goat of mine, dearest, sweetest goat.
Happy for you, but I'm kinda in a hurry. Anna and Tamara, they might be in danger.
The White Wolf helped the Peller, and so the Peller shall help him. Blood.
There were
We need
rumors
blood. A living being.
that the Peller had inappropriate relations
Fine.
with his
Be
goat.
right back.
A rat.
Will this do?
This is not sanitary.
They are not here. They is gone. Blood. I see blood.
Whose?
No Anna. No Tamara. Just a child. child that lives not, yet did not die.
It's over? Is that it?
That is it.
Spirits had nothing more to say? Like where they went or where they are now?
You came for an augury, and augur I did. They're gone, the child remains.
Whose child?
Mentioned a child. Whose?
Why, Anna's.
Anna was pregnant?
She was, and she miscarried.
Baron didn't mention it.
Afraid, perhaps, or ashamed, or forgetful. Or perhaps he had no wish to remember.
And you know this all how?
Anna tell you all this? Did she come here after it happened?
Nay, not Anna. 'Twas the omens told me.
Great, so I can be sure it's true.
The omens need not your faith to be true. It is you who needs the omens to lead you to truth.
The Baron have anything to do with his wife's miscarriage?
Foul-tempered he is, and he's a fondness for hooch.
No doubt makes his temper even fouler. Did he abuse his family? Anna came to you, you must have noticed something.
The Pella's old, near blind, but Princess came and licked her hand.
So what?
She's a wise beast. Only comes to those who suffer.
What happened to the child?
In a grave thrown, without rite or ceremony, it awoke. Now it wanders, it seeks vengeance.
A botchling.
White wolf, wise wolf, catch the botchling. The botchling will help, lead the wolf to the loved ones.
Botchlings suck the blood of pregnant women and eat their fetuses. They don't help.
'Tis a being cursed, and witches lift curses. If the white wolf can't lift it, he should bring me its blood. Blood will always find kindred blood.
Interesting. How do I lift the curse?
Heard of one witcher who lifted a botchling's curse. Never tried it myself, though. I know you need to bury it under the threshold.
And give it a name. Perform the Aim Roin.
The ritual of naming? That's an elven custom.
Human, elven, dwarven, ancient. Spirits have no race. They honor not its meaning. Win a spirit's favor, and the spirit shall aid you. Ask, and it will answer. Seek, and it will show you the way.
Why do you need its blood?
Why do you want its blood?
Blood, blood, blood. It binds men for all ages, the living and the dead.
Sure, but what do you want to do with it?
At times, a century is too short for two brothers to reconcile. One dies before things are set right. The other then brings his blood to the Pella.
And what does the Peller do?
He awaits Forefather's Eve. He mixes the blood with milk, herbs, and hen's feet. He drinks to reconcile the dead with the living. There shall be no Forefather's Eve this year, but we'll find a way, all the same.
Where is the botchling?
Whatever I do, I gotta find the botchling first.
Oops, forgot to ask
Seek it
about
at
Forefather's
midnight,
Eve.
near the grave that lies empty.
If what you say is true, the Baron ought to know where that grave is.
So, I'm not a huge fan of the dialogue, the way dialogues work here, because it does have me just missing out on things if I choose poorly. It makes it pretty obvious which one is the one that's going to progress the dialogue screens, but if you make a mistake like I just did, there's no coming back from it. You might as well, you would have to load again. I can't.
White wolf, wise wolf. What is it the wolf needs?
Let's see. So now we're in a different dialogue tree.
Folk from the village come here often?
Oh, when help they need, the Pella they seek.
Help with what?
With the dead that come a haunting, peace must be made. But they must then wait for Forefather's Eve. Or when an evil spirit runs wild in a homestead. Drive the spirit off, the Pella can.
And if I needed, say, a love potion?
Then to the witch you would be sent. Not a matter for the Pella, that.
And then he mentions
Could
Forefathers
use a
Eve
few potion
twice.
ingredients. Show me
I
what
don't
you
know what
got.
it is. Let's see. But he is selling some stuff, and some of these ingredients I know I do need. I don't want to spend money on them though. Let's see. Formula for Aether. I'm just gonna buy one. Why would I buy more than one? A manuscript of Dwarven Spirit. And then I don't have enough coin for the manuscript of Northern Wind. Let's see. I have an extra copy of this book, so I might as well sell it for one. And I think that's the only book I have extra. Alchemy. Let's see if I can do any alchemy with him here. I can create beast oil. A new oil. Beast oil probably is a pretty good one, actually.
So long.
So we are definitely making an effort to learn right now. Trying to read these pages. Let's see. Third map. Got some new ingredients. And got some new stuff. Beast oil should pretty much always be equipped on both of them. But the oil comes off really early. So I guess we need to go back now. We'll just fast travel. There's a bandit camp in the way. We could try to walk through that, but we would die. There is one thing we can show. Well, a couple things. This is what a botchling looks like. And you know what's funny is I had read a book that talked about botchlings, and when I read the book it showed me the picture. But now that the story has gotten to them, it's shadowed the picture, so you can't see it. So I know what they look like, and they're pretty gross. I don't think we got any new characters to speak of. But I did want to talk about the Sun and the Stars ability was what I chose to go with. So again we run back to the fast travel section. To talk to the king. Do I know how to do the naming ritual? I guess I do. Otherwise I think he would have forced us to ask that question.
Lightning strike.
Nope. Fire! That was unexpected. Fire! Let's see. Let's see. Well, you need our telekinetic blast if we can put out any of it. They're just running from the fire. That's not very good. uh, training of your peasants. They're supposed to form a bucket brigade.
No calming down. Oswin! Where's Oswin? Anyone seen him?
Believe I saw him heading to the stable.
What?
Fire. You blind? Nobody willing to put it out?
Ain't that simple. Most are afraid. Baron flies into a rage. He takes no prisoners.
My brother's in the stable! We've got to save him! He'll burn alive! Him and the horses!
See what I can do.
Hurry now! Quick!
Not gonna get through this way. Let's see.
Damn it, lots of smoke. Gotta hurry.
Over here! Can't get out! To the left!
Coming to get you.
See, is this it? Nope, this isn't it. Open. Let the horses out. What am I supposed to be doing? That didn't work. I got my breath back. Live and drink a swallow. What am I supposed to be doing? Horse? Open the door. Door is not... Oh, now it wants to open. After sitting there and working on it, and you had to get closer and punch the door a couple times before you could open it.
We've a hero in our midst. You've earned yourself a barrel of Lyrian.
I know your wife miscarried. Was that before or after you beat her to a pulp?
What the fuck are you suggesting?
Don't play me for a fool. You'd been beating them for years. Finally, they'd had enough and fled. Sound about right? They ran from you, didn't they?
Lying prick!
Come on, come closer.
Come on, parry. Barely won that.
We need to talk.
dramatic cut from one fire to the other.
Sit down. You beat them.
I never laid a finger on Tamara. Not once.
And on Anna?
That's another story. She always knew how to spark my ire.
Your wife, how'd she make you angry? Too much salt in the soup? Socks never darned?
20 years we've known each other. She's seen me drunk and sober. She was there to greet me when I returned the victor. She was there to patch me up in defeat. Like no other, she knew where to press, where to pinch, so it would hurt.
You beat her? For that? For criticizing you?
Oh, Witcher, you haven't a clue, have you? Well, perhaps I shall tell you about it one day. One day, but not today.
Expect me to believe you were a loving father to Tamara after that scene in the courtyard?
You're free to believe whatever you wish, but she was always the apple of my eye. She had the run of the place, ask anyone. She'd ride the horses, hunt with the men, at times join them on their rounds. And they'd send for her when I flew into a rage, for only she could calm me.
Make it sound like she led a charmed life. If that's the case, why'd she run?
I'd hardly need you if I knew.
You knew they had run away from the start.
Yes, I knew.
Why didn't you tell me? Wasted my time.
Say I had. Say I'd said I had troubles. Couldn't control my wife, my daughter. What kind of flaccid prick would you take me for?
Tell me everything you remember about the day they fled. The truth this time.
I'd been soaking myself 3 days straight. Anna came to me, said they were leaving. I begged them to stay. She refused to hear it. I tried to stop her. She wriggled like an eel. We struggled. She fell. Last blasted thing I remember. Woke up in the morn, breeches heavy with my own piss. A large bump on my head. Sadly, they were gone. Know what that's like, Witcher? No. How the fuck could you? I was left with nothing. Nothing! Only the bottle.
Signs of a fight in the room. Hole in the wall, wine all over the landing. Was that you?
Aye. We tussled. She tried to whack me on the noggin with a candlestick, but kept missing. Hit the wall and a pillar instead. I staggered backwards onto the table, spilled the wine, slipped and tumbled. Anna used that moment to flee. She rushed down the stairs, still clutching that damn candlestick. I caught her on the landing. We fell. I thought I had her. Then she turned and smacked me in the head. I blacked out. Don't know what happened next. When I came to, I was alone.
Tamara present for all this? She see you quarrel?
Through the doorway, perhaps. She didn't enter the room. Shame, too. Things might have turned out differently. The sight of her always calmed me.
What happened next?
Next, it only got worse. I awoke at sunset, not knowing how many days had passed. Thought it was all a ploughing, drunken nightmare. And then I went to the bedchamber, and Anna was not there. Instead, there was blood everywhere. I knew she'd miscarried. My breath short, my throat locked. I neared the bed. and saw it. It lay there, a tiny thing, defenseless, on bloodied sheets, dead. And it was my doing.
Maybe you're doing, maybe not. But that amulet she wore could be important. Or maybe the fact that she lost it. What did you do with the child?
What was I to do? Took it out and buried it.
Just like that?
Damn you! I gave no thought to a funeral. It was a horror. I wanted it to end. That child had been my dream. I told Anna, the little one, our little one, to make things right. Yet she died before she could be born. Understand, Witcher? My child was dead.
Get hold of yourself. Men like you, when they break down, look downright pathetic.
You're a heartless bastard.
Mutations worked then. But here's the good news. Your dead child might help us find the one who's still alive. And your wife.
What? How?
Sometimes miscarried fetuses, if they don't get a proper burial, turn into botchlings.
Into fucking what?
Let's explain it to him.
A cursed creature that draws strength from killing pregnant women. Once it's strong enough, it attacks those who scorned it.
But how? How does it know?
Blood ties. They're a strong bond. A bond I want to use to find your family.
How?
One of two ways. Legends claim you can bury a botchling under the family's threshold, perform a ritual, and turn it into a lubberkin. That's a sort of, hob. A guardian spirit that could lead me to your family.
And the other way?
We kill it and draw some blood. Take that to the Peller and he does the rest.
Do not kill my child. It's suffered enough already. Lift the curse that it may finally rest in peace.
Whatever we do, we gotta find the botchling first.
I'll show you where I buried her, and I'll dig the grave at my threshold.
If it turns out we can't transform the botchling into a lubberkin, they can bury us in it. Handy either way. The sooner we resolve this, the better. Best do it tonight, at midnight.
Then wait here with me. Near midnight, I'll take you to where I buried her.
Get word to the common folk. Ought to stay in their homes tonight and draw a line of salt outside their doors. And try to sober up.
Do I take a shovel to dig up the grave?
Take it. You'll need it, but not for that.
A bit further. Follow me.
You give the child a name?
No. Why would we?
Mistake. Names are powerful seals.
Just grab some ingredients.
Here's the spot.
While we're here.
Just a lovely spot.
Damn it, will you relent? I'm ploughing now I've done wrong.
Good. The grave's dug up and empty.
What's that mean?
Botchling's on the prowl.
Look!
That's pretty gross.
Take it in your arms, quick.
And if it goes garroting, It'll bite us in the arse before we know it.
Keep screaming and it will turn rabid. It's calm for now.
Bloody hell. What happens when it gets plowing restless?
It'll bite through your jugular, and you'll bleed to death before I can help. Tell me if it starts wriggling. I'll calm it with magic. Pick it up. Take it in your arms.
Merciful gods.
This is really gross.
Back to the fortress.
What? This?
As I recall, you were the one wanted to test the old legends, change it into a lubberkin.
Oh, fuck.
Let's see. Put it on Axie, in case I really need to use Axie on it. I seriously doubt this is gonna work. I think I may just end up killing the Baron. Oh well. Can't say he probably doesn't deserve it.
Spectres. Moduling scent attracted them.
Spectres. Summoning them somehow, which is weird. Trying to use Axie on the baby.
Yes, take me. It's writhing something fierce. Can't hold it. Calm it somehow.
So it was the spell needed to be cast, but after the fight.
What do you want to do with it?
Me? Nothing. This is your job. Told you, gotta bury it under the threshold. If the tales are true, by tomorrow it'll be a lubberkin. From then on, it'll watch over your house and help me find your family.
What about the naming ritual? Weren't we supposed to do that? Can I not attack this target?
Coming. Need to hurry.
On with it.
Drink a little bit of the Thunderbolt. These guys are really getting my gold. Swallow is not helping. I'm about to die.
Squirming again. Like a duck. It worked. It stopped.
How'd my boots get damaged?
Chosen
Try
a
not to
name.
repair my
So
armor.
think of one. It's important.
It's a girl. What would Anna have named her?
So do the women name the girls and the men name the boys in this society?
What now?
Repeat after me. By the powers of earth and sky.
By the powers of earth and sky.
By the world that was to be your home.
By the world that was to be your home.
Forgive me, you who came, but who I did not embrace.
Forgive me. You who came, but who I did not embrace.
I name thee Say her name, and embrace thee as my daughter.
I name thee Daya, and embrace thee as my daughter.
Good. Now bury the body.
What now?
In 1 day's time, Dea should turn into a lubberkin. I'll stay here and wait. You go home.
I'll wait with you.
Out of the question.
But that's my child. And the guilt, the responsibility for all this lies with me.
Time for parental impulses? It's long past. Besides, nothing else you can do here.
But
No buts. Just Witcher's work left to do here. Gotta wait a day and a night for the botchling to turn into a lubberkin. That's it. Go home. And try not to drink yourself stupid again.
Alright, we're up to level 7. $150 experience points. Updated quest. Let's see. So, sit and wait. This seems to be how he cures a lot of curses, is sitting and waiting.
By blood's power I summon you. With your name I beseech you. Hear my call and arise, Dea. Lead me to those bound to you by blood.
Alright. I need to hurry. Apparently nobody else is seeing this thing. At least this guy is mostly staying ahead of me. Of the two follow patterns that I most see in games, there's the one where if they get too far ahead, they stop and wait for you. And then there's the one where they only go a certain maximum speed. This is they only go a certain maximum speed, so you can actually outrun them. And I don't like this one. I'd much rather them run far ahead of me and then stop if they get too far than go so slow that I can outrun them. There should be no reason. Come on, let's just outrun those guys. I don't want to fight them. And since I was sitting and waiting, that's not meditating apparently, so I didn't replenish my swallows. Man, I gotta do that pretty much non-stop. Really?
Sure wasn't lavender they kept in there. Might be worth looking around though.
Saying that
Horseshoe. No way a pitch burner could afford a horse. A bracelet. One of them must have dropped it.
let's see. Looks like they may have gotten robbed on the way out.
Clothing. They change in here. Both were here. I'm going the right way.
Not lose the baby. Let's see. No, that didn't help.
Wants to show me something more.
Just keep running, keep running. I think it might be safer too to be traveling during the daytime in this area, but you know, that doesn't really work any better because it's pretty unsafe even during daytime. You'd think staying on the road would be safer, but yeah, they definitely want me to fight this guy.
Still worth a closer look.
Might as well use up the thunderbolt. Oh, come on.
Come on.
No, 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 no. These things like explode. No, no, get away. Get away. About to die. Alright.
Should examine that horse carcass.
I got really lucky there. What does the potion of Tiara do? Well, it's recovering vitality. Horse got
What do we have here?
eaten up.
Bones have been here a while. Chewed on the saddle. Necrophages will eat anything these days. Giant claws. Wasn't a necrophage made these marks. Horseshoes missing. Is this the animal that lost one in the smokehouse? Head torn clear off. Takes incredible strength. Must have been attacked by a powerful beast. Surprised him. Hope they got away. Trail goes on. Good thing it doesn't end here.
Was there any more stuff I can gather? There's no point in not meditating. Just give it 1 hour. Get your power back. Get your... Let's see. And that potion I drank was a one-time use potion, which is exactly what I thought it was going to be. Let's continue on. The good news is that potion I drank didn't seem like it was really that useful either anyways. A wolf is behind us. We're running into a lot of monsters considering we're staying on the path. Is this creature summoning them? Oh, that wolf is still falling. Oh good. It decided to leave us be. Hey!
A fisherman's hut. Seems she wants me to take a closer look.
Who's that? The room. Go on now.
What ye seek here, sir? Our hut's out of the way. Woeful. We has nothing. We knows nothing.
Just need information. Looking for 2 women, the Bloody Baron's wife and daughter.
Not a soul have been here, sir.
Sure? Not even passing through? Daughter's medium height, about 20. Her mother's thin, about 40. Seen them?
That sir came at night, right, Mummy? Quiet, boy.
Where'd the girl go? Your son said enough, no point in playing dumb anymore.
Sorry, sir, but you don't look like one of her father's men.
Because I'm not. I'm looking for Tamara and her mother. I need to know if they're alive and safe.
Tamara is, hi. She's to my brother's place in Oxenford. But Mrs. Anna, that's another tale. Though anywhere's better than the Crow's Perch with a baron.
Why?
Cause he beat her, sir. Beat Mrs. Anna, I means. Everyone knew, but not a one lifted a finger for to stop it.
Where'd the girl go? Your son said enough, no point in
Wait.
playing dumb anymore.
Sorry, sir, but you don't look like one of her father's men. Tamara is, hi. She's to my brother, though anywhere's better than the Crow's Perch. with a
Accidentally went back into a
Why?
dialogue loop.
What happened to Tamara's mother?
Twere like this. I was awaiting in the old smokehouse with horses. Cold as hell and so dark, couldn't see past 2 ells in front of you. Moon had risen high, and still they hadn't come. Began to fear some demon had snatched them. But finally they came forth, and we sets off towards the river. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a gale arose. Thought it'd tear my head off. And those damn birds, swarms of them coursing o'er the woods, raising a racket to make your ears bleed. Mrs. Anna screamed, bent over into herself. Tamara knelt down, gripped her arms. 'Twere then I saw it. Fiery marks on her hands.
Why did you help them?
Why help them at all? You risked a lot.
I'd a debt. Owed Miss Tamara. 3 moons passed, a fever gripped my boy. We thought he was done for. Tamara learnt it. Brought food and salves. We're poorer than dirt itself. She saved my boy. No 2 ways about it. Me, myself, I'd have never dared to help. But my missus told me a time of war and contempt's come. A time of folk gone wrong. We needs to repay good with good. Who stands by idly does evil as if.
Married a wise woman.
Crying shame we couldn't save Mrs. Anna in the end.
What happened next?
Fine. What happened next?
Grew even darker. Seemed someone had put out the stars. Crickets all went silent of a sudden. And then, from the woods, a roar. Broke out in a cold sweat, and before I could catch my breath, a beast jumped out of the woods, big as a barn, with horns and 2 burning coals for eyes. I thought I was done for. Beast attacked Mrs. Anna's horse, ripped its head off, carried her off into the woods. Our horses, mine and Miss Tamara's, got spooked and tore off willy-nilly. 'Twere the only reason we escaped. The miss wanted to go back for her mother, but my wife pleaded, said she'd die out there alone. Miss Tamara agreed not to go.
Tell me about these marks.
What marks?
They's, well, like burned on with hot iron, on the palms, inside.
Burned? Like a cattle brand?
Aye, though these wasn't black scars scabbed over. They's hot and glowing, as if they burned with raw fire.
There's some kind of demon
Thanks
in
for
her.
your help.
or magic of
The
some
lady.
sort.
She'll be alright in the end, won't she?
I'll do what I can to see that she is.
Talk to the Baron. Now, you've got like 3 kids wandering around here, but in the cutscene you only animated 1. Why not just have 3 kids in the scene, or
So here
1
our
kid?
paths diverge. Thank you, Dea. Go in peace.
Again, I get the feeling that I'm being watched. I don't know if that's just artistic design or that someone is actually watching me. I suspect somebody might actually be watching me, and has been for a while now. So now we go back to the Baron and talk to him. Let's see. Where is the Baron? Suppose we could check this marker out, and then we'll get back to the Baron. We're about ready to wrap up this episode. Maybe there's a Gwent game. No, we played a Gwent game at the beginning of this episode. We don't need to play 2, although arguably we do need to play 2 if for just the vast amount of people who play Gwent are around. Monster's Nest. Is that what we found? Yep. Not ready to destroy it yet. I'm not really a fan yet of the meditation system. I like the concept, but it needs to have us automatically meditate every time we fast travel. It should probably be really annoying about telling people that they should meditate. The game hasn't really enforced it early enough that for as much as they want you to do it.
Ghoul nest. Ought to just destroy it.
Am I far enough away? And there's one more body. There we go, we can loot that. 2, there's one right here. I don't think I'm gonna run into any actual random events at this rate. It feels like every single quest might be intentionally and purposely placed. Even these monsters' nests, which could be randomly spawning, don't feel like they're randomly spawning. Here we go, we got a little thing here, and of course there's gonna be something worth finding in this structure. Somebody brought us to griffin trousers. That'll be nice. Let's see. I am glad to, as we're getting close to the end of this, to say we didn't end up killing the baby. I was afraid there was going to be scenarios where you could still screw it up, and you'd have to kill it because you hadn't done something correctly. And there might have been, but they weren't super difficult to figure out. Maybe if I hadn't calmed it, I would have had to eventually kill it. Or maybe if my skill hadn't been upgraded, it wouldn't have worked. Hey, quest.
Halt! Stand and duel! I challenge you!
Okay.
Loot's a bit big, maybe. Careful not to trip.
Halt, I say! I am Ronvid of the Small Marsh, bound by a sacred oath.
Oh, that's rough. My sympathies.
To honor Maid Bilberry, fairest of all maids I know, by dueling 100 knights to the death. Now, draw your sword post haste, for I've 99 left after you.
Wait, you want to fight me to the death?
Why are you challenging me? Don't recall doing anything to offend the Maid Bilberry.
Well, why? Then swear. Swear! Maid Bilberry's the most loveliest of all.
Thing is, I've never laid eyes on her.
Aha! Ah! I shall wash your scorn away with thy blood, fiend! Stand and fight!
This guy's gonna get murdered.
No, I yield.
Not enough?
Yes, luck stood with you. But the next time we meet...
Challenge me again. Raise your hand, draw your sword, look at me the wrong way, and I'll kill you.
You so sure of that?
Yes.
We shall see.
Hopefully that guy learns his lesson and does not go challenging anybody else to a fight. Let's see. Surefire way to get yourself killed in this land is challenging other people. Run, run, run. Still a lot of running. Can we ever come across a fantasy game where everything is just really nicely next to each other and there's no running? Oh, we certainly could do that, but it would probably be boring. You lose a lot of atmosphere. What is atmosphere but not the fluff in between a game that could easily be taken out to make it quicker? So, we've got some shopping to do, I think, and
fancy a gander at our little stockpile.
we have a game of Gwent to play.
See ya.
I think with one of these guys at least, or somebody else. We'll find the game of Gwent.
How may I assist you?
And so this is where we're going to end this episode. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to. You know what? I think I'll play her at Gwent again, off screen. See if I can beat her again. And then we'll continue the story from this point. Like, comment, subscribe, comment if you want to. I think I said comment 3 times there. And watch every second of my videos. All of that helps me out with YouTube. If you want to support me, you can do that by clicking on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. If you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media site, I have links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.